one thing that I really love about your films is the way you kind of just pull back the curtain for us and reveal something usually kind of very shocking and horrific that's going on in our world. In this film, some of your subjects kind of jumped right in and just tore that curtain wide open, and kind of what some of them were saying about what they do and how they do it was pretty shocking. How did you get that kind of interview with these people?
Well, we called a lot of people, and Mark Morano, who was the one that really sort of was shocking in his honesty of telling us with great glee what he does. Mark was. It was really surprising going into this interview with him, and anytime I'd ask a hard question, he would always top it. He really enjoyed it. And he was very enjoyable to be with. He was very funny, and I think he's doing incredible damage to the earth. I think he would have loved the film until there have been some reviews that started coming out saying that how vicious he is in attacking people and whatever. And he was saying, how could they say that? And I said, well, I don't think I changed anything that you said. By the way, the person that hired Mark Morano was James Inhofe, who's now head of the Science Environmental Committee. So it's pretty frightening.
So what do you attribute kind of that quality in a person like him of who can seem to revel and enjoy the deceit, what they're doing professionally? Have you figured that out?
I'll leave that to the therapists in the room here. But I think that in terms of all the different people, I think there are multiple reasons of what motivate people. I think Mark likes to be on camera. But we tried to get to numbers of people and flew, and then people would change their minds at the last second. And one of the guys I really wanted to get was in the chemicals in the couch when trying to prevent the slow burning cigarette. Peter Sparber was quite brilliant in saying, it's not cigarettes that cause fires, it's couches that cause fires. And he was the one who said, if you can do tobacco, you can do anything. Mm-hmm. And I decided to try to reach out to him. The reporters tracked him down for 3 years. He would never return their calls. They went to his house. He wouldn't open the door. They went to Europe. They couldn't get him. I called him, and he returned my call like the next morning. And I was startled. And I said, you're so good at what you do. We'd love to interview you. And he said, I've seen all your movies. I'm such a fan. And I realized he was much better at what he does than I am. Yeah. But one of the things he said to me was, I said, well, it's not only, we're going across the board, all different areas, including climate. And he said, you could take James Hansen, and I could take a garbage man, and I could get America to believe the garbage man. And I said, well, that's why I'd like you in our film. And he said, you can make a good film without me, and I can lead a good life without you. And that's the last I've heard of him.
Yeah, I mean, they are amazingly good at what they do. They're like incredible communicators and kind of marketing people. Did you, as a filmmaker, pick up any tips? Did you learn anything about how to communicate?
Yeah. Well, I said, they're keep it light and keep it pithy, is Mark. But, on some levels, ultimately Richard Berman, who was Center for Consumer Freedom, he was just caught on tape talking to oil executives in Colorado Springs. It was a front-page New York Times article about a week or two ago, where he was, someone taped it in the room. It was a closed session. He said, you can give me $100 million and I can hide that money and I can deliver to you what you need. And it's better to win ugly than it is to lose pretty. And I can do every dirty trick in the book. And we can get you what you want. And that was just recorded. And, everyone's going to climate because that's who's paying the money at the moment.